Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Belgian Grand Prix sprint qualifying session. I'm Kenny Charter. I'm accompanied by Kevin Korstein. How are you doing?
Hello from the Friday. We are on Friday today because of the sprint qualifying. We have a sprint coming up this weekend. It's Belgium. It's time for the Belgium Grand Prix that we have awaited for a long time now.
Indeed, we're not gonna shy away from our pleasure to broadcast a sprint weekend in Belgium, knowing that we're gonna have more race laps on this wonderful track. The 7 kilometer layout that's also nicknamed the Ardent Toboggan. Famous track here of Spa-Francorchamps. And we're right into the action, catching live footage now. Both Saubers already out, both Racing Bulls as well. So a reminder for sprint quali, it's a compact qualification format with 12 minutes in SQ1, 10 in SQ2, and only 8 in SQ3, which will be a challenge. Because this track's so long, you need 2 minutes for an outlap. So you better be out on time. Well, the advantage of this track is that there's usually no traffic issues around here, or very rarely at least. So that will be a difference. Well, traffic can be used strategically with the slipstream being a huge advantage in Sector 1, and to an extent in Sector 3 as well. So we'll see how drivers manage this part.
And yeah, here we are. We're seeing every car on track for their first laps. They're not like very spaced out. They are like some way spaced out. But yeah, they have enough room and traffic shouldn't be an issue here. We have Sardinha then who starts his lap now for the sprint qualifying 1 session.
I have a yellow flag somewhere in Sector 1. We don't really know what happened just yet. We're gonna have a replay.
Oh, it's the sector 3 one. Ooh, and the spin.
Just crossing the line, actually.
Yeah. Before crossing the line.
The reacceleration at the exit of the bus stop, and a classic spin, in fact. Well, we are still in SQ1, but we need to speak about what's to come for the remainder of the weekend, with already weather forecasts telling there will be torrential rain on Sunday and Monday, meaning that Sunday's race might be
We have another yellow flag.
another yellow.
We're now seeing the replay. It's Robin Geisner. What happened with him now? Through the goal. Ooh, and a pretty bad lockup.
Braking too much on the curb and no balance.
It's a pretty bad
So as I said, there's gonna be a lot of rain coming from Sunday, and even if the peak rain's gonna be in the evening. The afternoon's gonna be quite rainy already. So we will be seeing a lot.
Sardinha now crossed the line. He made a mistake somewhere in sector 3, we didn't see that. But yeah, 30.4 for Sardinha. Jack Def crossing the line first now. Springfield taking over the first sector now. Afonso
Championship
on the
leader Jack
screen.
Tuff
Afonso
showing
now,
the pace.
Afonso now crossing the line for his first lap. It's before 1 second is the gap now.
40.7, by the way. How fast is this? This is awesome. Those cars are so performant. Well, we have wonderful track conditions today, and we'll also have that tomorrow for the race qualification and the sprint.
Yeah, Jack Def is still
Of
on
course,
the pole
Sunday's gonna
position.
be another story.
Hagen with the fastest sector now.
De La Cruz with the purple S2.
Yeah, Springfield with the first purple sector. So look out for Springfield and De La Grasse. Leon De La Grasse now crossing the line and 140.4.
Are we gonna see sub 140 in Spa? That would be awesome.
And Springfield up to P7. Racing bulls are not looking good around here. Zhao Lei now. And up to P2, so only 47 milliseconds. And that's about it for the first laps then.
There will be enough time for all these drivers to attempt the second flying lap. There might be enough time in SQ2. There surely won't in SQ3. That's the particularity of the Spa circuit. And likewise, in Q3, tomorrow, with only 12 minutes, it's going to be impossible to have 3 attempts and quite a short time span to set up 2 attempts in Q3 tomorrow. So
right now Liam De La Grasse leading us in this sprint qualifying. Zhao Lei following close behind, 47 milliseconds only between those two. Jack Def is third, and Nathaniel up to P4. Then it's Egan, Sam Fact, Nick Bayer, Lucas Wright, and Duarte Sardin, hence the top 9 at the moment. Michael Swart in the danger zone didn't even finish his lap time. Robin Geisner is on an out lap already. So people are coming out again for the second lap now.
Keisner was among the first to go out on his first flying lap.
Now we're seeing a lot more mistakes around there. Robin Geisner made a mistake in sector 3 somewhere because he lost so much and he's already dead last.
Could also be because of, well, only one practice session before SQ1, so drivers are not exactly comfortable with their cars just yet. And a lot of teams might have made changes between this morning and this afternoon for the sprint. So drivers have to adapt to their cars live during SQ1, and it's one of the interesting parts of the sprint weekends. Of course, there needs to be tracks like this one that are suitable for racing, even without different strategies. And Spa is definitely one of the places where we can race all around the track, and even without DRS, it's possible to make moves. So definitely it makes more sense to have a sprint race here or in Brazil compared to some of the places we've seen sprint races at.
Yeah, last year we didn't even race here. Last year we didn't even have a qualifying session here because the weekend got cancelled because of a monsoon weather that was happening.
Indeed, the weather was already an issue last year, but there were, well, storm conditions. Not going to be the case this weekend. We're only expecting a lot of rain. It should be within a controllable amount for racing. The worst is going to come for Monday, so we are fortunately racing 24 hours earlier than the peak of rainfall around this place. So
Robin guys are not improving his worst sector. And hits traffic again.
I don't think he lost much time with it. Could be, but might lose time here though.
There is a lot of
No,
traffic in
that's
front
okay.
of him. There is a lot of people ahead of him.
Yeah, he lost quite some time, in fact, in this sector.
Yeah.
Speaking about important car characteristics for this track, of course, top speed is going to be extremely important. But braking and fast cornering abilities also. So we will see a mix of a lot of things around this place. And pretty much every single team has its chances here to perform well if they exploit their strong points well enough. Kastner's time is currently 10th.
Svensson now with the 30.6. Michael Swart with the 31.5. Not the best one we have seen. Michael Swart is not performing here in this sprint qualifying session.
It's Friday. Do I have to explain further?
Yeah, that's true. Riley Svensson, we are now waiting for Riley Svensson to cross over the line.
We can see the Haas barely topping the 300 km/h mark.
Now Riley Svensson crossing the line up to P9. He will be safe now. Afonso, the next one on the drop zone. Marathoner with the best sector 1 now. He is close to the drop zone now. Well, Marathoner will be safe.
Oh, yeah, he will be safe.
Yeah.
Marathoner as well will be safe.
Quadrigevu and Philip Verhaeren now both on a lap. Pretty strong first sectors.
Both of the decent S1. And Jaule is improving, even though he doesn't need to improve. He's already training for his Q2, I guess.
Now we are waiting for Racing Bulls and Red Bull.
Michael Swart will be dead last in his Q1.
Yeah, Michael Swart didn't improve, so he is not looking very good here, it seems. But we will see on the sprint.
The Red Bull.
Philip Verhaeren. Let's see. Good braking for the final corners.
Easily safe for the rookie. Racing at home this week.
Yeah.
Same comment for Van der Steen.
The final one to cross over the line. Is he gonna be safe? No!
Barely out. I thought he was gonna be safe, but the gaps are so...
Yeah, both racing
gaps are so tiny.
Both racing bulls are out in SQ1.
That's a shocker.
Yeah.
They were on a great streak these past few races, and they're gonna be missing um, probably missing points in the sprint starting from this far back.
As we have Quartekevu, Jason Roy, Duarte Sardinha, Robin Kaiser, and Michael Swart knocked out in SQ1.
Both Racing Bulls, both Saubers out.
Yeah, interesting. But we will see what happens in SQ2 when we get to it.
And we are back for SQ2. Conditions pretty much identical as 10 minutes ago. We've maybe lost a little bit of sunlight, but the track conditions remain identical for now.
Of course, now we have 10 minutes on this SQ2 session and a new set of medium tires. So we will see what the teams can do now.
And we will see which team's gonna be running one single lap or two on this set, knowing that the tire wear around a full 7 kilometer lap will be high enough to where this question could be actually sensible to ask. Some teams might want to only go all in one lap.
Yep,
Because the second lap might be worse than the first. Anyway.
Yeah, we have seen in the practice sessions where the tires are overheating in this third sector. So in the first two sectors the tires are on the optimal temperature, and on the third sector they are overheating. We will see what happens, but this was in practice today. We are waiting until Van der Steen starts his lap now for the sprint qualifying 2, and so far only 4 cars are out on the track.
Focus on
What are they
one
waiting?
of the locals today.
What are the
Will
teams
a
waiting
Belgian driver break the local curse?
on? Van der Steen now starting his lap.
So far in F1CC, we haven't seen any driver able to win at home in a main race.
No one has been.
And even in
done
a sprint.
so. Yeah. We haven't seen this in like 3 years. You can see how fast they are going here and how low the wings are.
I was surprised to see at the end of Sector 3 drivers not being that fast. They're probably running high downforce setups, knowing they will need it on Sunday anyway. So they're probably running a higher downforce setup than usual. We've seen the Haas barely topping 302 kilometers per hour at the end of the back straight.
On board with Van der Steen, the only Mercedes remaining on the sprint qualifying. Max Watt got knocked out.
If you've ever driven or walked around this track, those S's at 200k apex speed are just wild.
We will see now.
It feels unimaginable.
Yeah. Can he now cross over the 300 line? And that's where
Barely
no.
barely in 8th gear.
Yeah. They're using the 7th gear. But there is no DRS zone too, so yeah, that might be logical to do. Van der Steen 141.983.
This is not gonna be enough. He will need a second attempt. He needs to rush back to the pit lane.
Now. Marathoner 3.0.
And there are drivers who are already electing to attempt only one flying lap, as you can see. As you can see with Lucas Wright, for example, Etuveisen and Sarah Springfield. In fact, the majority of drivers will do that. They will opt for one single lap on fresher tires. And Jack Tuff's lap is not that great either. It's a 41. Liam De La Cruz's lap is a bit better, a lot better sector 2 in fact.
Jack Def actually looking much better. Liam De La Cruz now looking even more better.
Could be slightly annoyed in the last chicane. He will have a little bit of slipstream to finish his lap.
And yeah, up the top.
And that's going to be a good lap. It's 40.1. That will advance to SQ3.
Yeah. Some fact now. We can see how fast they are taking the corners. There is traffic for him. And that is definitely gonna be under investigation.
I don't think he could have done anything to apart from running off the track. That was difficult to let him pass there.
Yeah.
And Samfact lost 2 seconds. That's a dead attempt. And I believe Swanson's right behind him. So he lost
The first team that uses 8 gear
same amount of time.
and over 300.
A tiny bit of slipstream, maybe a somewhat lower downforce setup for Samfact. And he is not going to be in SQ3. He won't have the time for another lap. And all the drivers who will now cross the line are crossing the line for the last time. Lucas Wright with a pretty good S1, good S2. Does he have enough pace in Sector 3?
Lucas right now crossing the line. Up to P2. Not too bad.
That's an excellent time, so 40.3.
Yeah, he's through. Now Springfield.
Sarah Springfield with an excellent Sector 3, but Sector 2 she lost time, probably made a mistake there on counter traffic. Eetu Väisänen, the poleman from Silverstone. Looking to join De La Cruz in SQ3. Philippe Verhaeren has had some issues in Sector 2, it seems. But like many other cars, maybe traffic is a lot more of an issue in the last 2 or 3 minutes of the session than I expected. It usually isn't here, but looks like it has been for some drivers. And it's a shame because his pace on the other 2 sectors was wonderful. And he might miss SQ3 because of that. Afonso Cashinho on a wonderful Sector 2, and he has clear track for Sector 3. I believe he will be in SQ3. Josh Nathaniel on a good Sector 1. He might encounter some traffic in the second sector though.
Let's see now, Afonso crossing the line.
And Cashinho with the third best time.
Nathaniel now. The only chance he has. Is he able to do something?
Sector 2, no, he probably encountered some traffic. He might have been blocked by Lucas Wright on his in-lap. It's very possible. Wonderful aerial views of this track. It's one of the tracks that feature the biggest amount of elevation throughout an entire lap. Austin is another track like that. Spielberg as well.
Yeah, and only P9 for Nathaniel. Xiaolei now.
Jolie, who might be kicking his teammate out of SQ3. And so does Erenhagen.
Yeah. We have
I
two
mean, Nick
more
Bayer
cars.
with Maradona, sorry.
Van der Steen is on another lap, I think. Or Van der Steen is in the pit lane. No, he's just started his lap.
Yes, on a second attempt for Van der Steen, Nick Bayer with a mistake in the second sector. I don't even think there was traffic. I think he made a mistake there. Not looking great for Nick Bayer. A bit of a hesitant last corner. Third sector isn't that great. He's right behind, right in front of his teammate. But that's provisional, let's say, as Erenhagen will probably be sending him out of SQ3. Both Alpines will barely miss it. Yes, that's good for Hagen. He's P5. And now it's Wesley van der Steen who might be kicking his fellow Belgian countryman Philippe Verhaeren out of SQ3. The purple sector 2 for van der Steen.
Let's see now the final braking zone. Looking good for him
Looking
now.
clean so far.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be the best time.
And
yes,
yeah,
it is.
It is.
By 8 milliseconds. The best SQ2 time for Van der Steen at home was a wonderful story. Unfortunately, it's in at the same time he kicked out his fellow countryman. But he's going to be starting from 10th position tomorrow, so not too bad. Certainly potential for points, as the top 8 scores points in a sprint. And Jack Teff again makes it into a Q3 or SQ3 barely on the cut line for 7 milliseconds. Jack Teff has been doing that times and times again. It's at least the 5th time it's happened to him.
Yeah, now we will see the standings again. Wesley van der Steen the fastest on SQ2.
A mighty 40.168.
And we'll be seeing 140.0 now. With the soft tires.
I'd see sub 40.
Yeah,
sub 40.
Because we are gonna go into soft tires. We have Philippe Verhaeren, Nick Bayer, Michi Meradöner, Josh Nathaniel, Ronnie Svensson and Sam Fact knocked out in SQ2. And we are back. We have 8 minutes. And soft tires for everyone. They have one shot.
It is.
They have time to
Print
decide.
quality time.
Yeah.
And now on softs we will see some 39s. How insane is that?
Mason will be the first one out. And they have time to now choose when are they gonna send the driver out. There is only 9 drivers. They can send them out in the first half or the second half. Because there is only one lap.
I believe what's gonna happen is that they're gonna be waiting for 3-4 minutes to go out and have the best track conditions. You can see shadows of the pines and cypress trees next to the track. The sun is getting down a little bit.
It's getting 6 o'clock on afternoon, so
Wonderful scenery around this place.
Yeah, we have only 2 cars out. Nobody else is opting to go out yet.
Are Väisänen and Zhao Lei the only ones committing into maybe 2 laps? Because if they're fast enough in their outlap, there's another chance. I don't believe so, but there's another chance.
No,
They might have a chance to run 2 laps, but
yeah,
I don't think so.
Yeah, Väisänen has already been out for a minute and 30. So I don't think there is chance for that. Now Van der Steen and Springfield coming out to the track.
There will be much less traffic in SQ3. Jack Teff going out now. We can see that Springfield chose Van der Steen's slipstream for her flying lap.
Now
That's interesting.
Väisänen on his lap.
Väisänen on a flying lap. Liam Cruz waits for a couple more minutes, looks like.
Tapio Rouge and Radian now flat out. DRS wide open.
Lucky to overtake, I don't know who it was.
Jack Teff.
I think it was Jack Teff indeed in the Camel Straight.
And we can see how they are getting every apex right. No mistakes whatsoever for Väisänen.
Missed the apex on this left-hander.
Yeah.
Now the less known but not less difficult Pouon turn.
Are we gonna see the full lap on
Triple
the helicopter
left.
view? This is a beautiful shot. There is a little bit
There's
traffic.
still that speed feeling, even with the helicopter view. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
You can see that the car here is faster than the helicopter following it.
And now crossing the line.
And the time,
140.3.
it's a 40.3. It's a pretty decent time.
Zhao Lei now.
Zhao Lei, who purpled sector 1, but he had probably traffic in sector 2. This is not gonna be great for the McLaren.
This is gonna be a P9 start. But this
Depends if other cars have issues.
1.3 seconds behind.
Van der Steen on his flying lap with Springfield right behind him. And he lost time in sector 1, and so did Springfield. So Väisänen looking great at the moment. This turn is so impressive. Downhill. Flat into Pouon.
They're not switching into the 8th gear now. Now they switched. But they're not taking the 8th gear.
No, I guess only for most of the Camel Straight, but not anywhere else. Could hear the ER's deployment. Mercedes able to switch into 8 earlier than some other cars.
Yeah.
And how is Springfield doing behind him? Pretty good sector 2 for Springfield, and she's right behind him. And Purple has 3, and she's like 1/10 slower than Väisänen. The slipstream strategy worked, and this is gonna be a great teaching for tomorrow's qualification. The slipstream can be a huge impact around this place.
Jack Teff now Coming over
The
the
purple
line.
S1, is his sector 3 good enough? I believe yes, it's a
it is.
40.297. It's only 3 milliseconds ahead of Vaisalen. And Jaktef once again has the milliseconds on his side. The
Let's
championship
see
leader
now.
looking.
Afonso posting the best sector 2.
And what if Casino was able to show the strength of the Haas in straights? And he did purple the sector with the least amount of straights. So, very promising for the Haas performance this weekend.
Yeah, let's see what he can do now. Afonso crossing the line now. Is he gonna be bowling?
And the Portuguese driver will take the pole in the first sub 140
And
lap.
now
Incredible performance.
And now we are waiting for Eren Egan, Liam Delagras,
Purple
and
S1.
Lucas Wright. Egan,
Purple S1.
Egan's purple S1 now. We are waiting for Liam Delagras and Lucas Wright now. Lucas Wright started his lap. Liam
Aaron
Delagras.
Egan has been struggling a lot more in qualification than Jack Tuff overall this season. It's
Yeah.
probably the main difference between the two, because I believe he's equally as good as a racer as Jack Tuff. So far looking good.
A little bit
Is
of
he able
traffic.
to overtake?
And a
Oh, that's a purple
40.1.
S2 as well. And he's been a little bit
And
lucky with
actually,
traffic, I believe.
Lucas Wright takes the purple S1 now. Lucas Wright is going even faster now. Liam Delagras 39.9.
What a sector 2 for the Ferrari, but we know they love the technical sectors. And Egan with a little bit less good of a sector 2. Sector 3, he's right behind Casino. And De La Cruz with a pretty decent top speed. So speaking about the Ferrari, they're probably running a lower downforce setup, and they're able to do so thanks to
And a
their
40.1
cornering
for Lucas
ability.
Wright.
And this
and
is
up
the
the pole.
perfect lap,
And now-
39.356.
And now we wait for this man.
Only Lucas Wright can contend with the Ferrari driver. Top speed before the bus stop is the 305 for the Red Bull. Excellent braking. And Lucas Wright, the reigning world champion, is about to cross the line. He needs a purple sector 3 to take the pole, and he didn't do that. He's 2 times behind, and Liam De La Cruz will be in a pole position. It's been a very long time since we last saw that.
Yeah,
Both Williams 4 and 5.
Yeah, what a weekend for Liam Delagras so far. Can he bring it now to the sprint win? We will see that tomorrow morning.
And we're gonna see both Belgians starting side by side, 9 and 10.
Yeah.
tomorrow in the sprint. That's awesome. So De La Cruz right first row for the sprint tomorrow, followed by Casino. Eigen, Jack Teff's gonna be in the third row next to Weisselen. So 2 championship contenders side by side. Springfield, Jaulet, and Wesley van der Steen, and Philippe Verhaeren will be in on the 5th row for tomorrow's sprint. That's it for today's qualifying.
A lot more to
And-
come in the upcoming days. In the last 2 days we have remaining here. More to come. This is
A lot more content.
yeah.
There's a full sprint race, then quali, and then the Sunday event. So we have plenty of laps to watch in Spa. Thank you for watching this sprint qualification broadcast, and tomorrow morning we'll be live for the sprint.
Goodbye.